What is up, people? It's your boy NATZ, aka the Hidden Legend. I'm back again with another good video for you guys to watch, so always tune in. First things first, before I begin, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. I need you guys to help me blow, not only to blow, but to help my content reach more people. And that can only be done through you guys. Like, I can upload hundreds upon hundreds of videos, but if you guys don't support, like, comment, share, subscribe, I will go nowhere. That's why I'm asking you guys for your help. Help me to reach more and more people so they can get the message straight from this channel. Anyways, for today's video, I'll be talking about a topic that I did kind of highlight in my other video when I was speaking about the situation that we're in as a generation, as the world. Very, very great video. I really suggest you guys, to go check that out. But I touched on something about music and AI. Music, we're entering a whole different era when it comes to music. Is there a point of being a musician nowadays? Is there actually a point of it? Is there a point to be a rapper? Is there a point to be a singer? Is there actually a point of it? Hopefully by the end of this video, you'll be able to see where I'm coming from with this statement. It's a very bold statement, but just think about it. Is there really a point of being a musician in 2025 and beyond? Is there? I remember a time when being able to sing was looked upon as an amazing gift, like a marketable gift. A marketable gift was to sing, was to make music, was to rap. I remember a time when it really was. Who remembers X Factor? Who remembers British America's Got Talent? Who remembers those TV shows growing up? People would actually audition, go through different phases within the audition in order to make it as a singer. People were locked in during that period. I don't know what it was, but Saturday, Sunday night, I think Friday nights as well, you was locked in. You was watching X Factor. You was watching these music shows that was based on music. You was actually listening to the radio stations. You was actually tuning in to MTV, the music channels on TV. You was actually tuning in, ready to hear the next hit, ready to hear the next latest music, ready to hear the next, latest artist. There was a time when that was popping and people would wait. There was a time when you had to wait for your favorite artist to drop an album. There was a time you actually had to wait. There was a time you actually had to wait. If so on and so forth drop an album, you had to actually go and buy the album sales. You had to actually go and buy the hard copy, and that was a very profitable business at the time. They were making money, but nowadays is that really the norm? Nowadays, if you can sing, it still is regarded as good, as an amazing talent to have. But we're in a generation where you can be a musician and not even have the musical ability or talent. Anyone can be a famous singer if they wanted to. Smack on autotune. Edit out the voice. Anyone can make it if they want to be a singer nowadays. You don't really have to have that raw natural talent like that anymore. People are looking at things such as streaming, starting a podcast. It's sort of becoming the new wave, the new ability to have. If you can set up a podcast and get people to talk, you can talk about any topic. That's kind of becoming the more piece of content that is actually catching the attention of people. It's not really singing. I don't know if you guys have noticed it. Am I bugging? But to sing, to actually make music, is not really the center of attention as it once was. Right now is streaming. If you can play Roblox, Fortnite, any of those games, stream it on Twitch, you can create a really good fan base. If you have the voice, you need to buy equipment, things like that, you can actually start a podcast, be consistent, and you'd be so surprised you can get a lot of people to tune in. You can actually blow up through that, method. It seems like the people would rather support a podcaster, a streamer, a YouTuber rather than a musician. Are we as a people tired of musicians? Are we actually tired? Have we actually reached a point where we don't really need that much many new musicians? Is that actually over? Let's talk about rap. Do we actually need a new rapper? Do we actually need a new rapper? Do we need a rapper to come out with a new album with a bunch of bangers on that album? Will people really be locked in? Will people really be locked in like that? Will people actually tune in like that? Which leads me to another point. It leads me to this point, right? Timbaland has been going through it lately. I mean, he doesn't really care, but he's been going through it on social media lately. Why is that? He is in the makings of helping out an artificial intelligent artist at the moment. Timbaland, if you know music, you should know who Timbaland is. Very famous producer, produced bangers. He's in the procedure of actually putting on an artificial intelligent singer, and is actually making a new genre called A-pop. This is artificial pop. And he's spending money. He's spending peas, as we say in South London. He's spending peas onto this artificial, these new artificial intelligent artists and this new genre. A lot of people are actually fuming about this. It's actually aggravating a lot of people. How can you do such a thing? It's becoming a well-known thing. Like a lot of, these record labels, they're not really looking at actual people who can sing, who actually have the raw talent. They're actually looking at these artificial intelligent robots that could potentially have more ability than you and me. So if that's the new wave, if that's what they're trying to do, is having that natural talent still valuable? Is it still marketable? Can you still make money of having that natural talent to sing, to rap? Is it? Or is it the people turning away from that and looking into something else? Can you really make it as a musician? And I'm not saying this, I'm not trying to discourage anyone. If you have that raw talent, do your thing. It's never been easier than today. You can make it. I would suggest the independent route, up to you, but you can make it if you have the raw talent. But just bear in mind what is going on and where music is going. It's a dissatisfied era in terms of music. The audience are becoming more irritated the longer they have to wait for a new song, a new album to blow. They're becoming more irritated. It's like nowadays, the music's sounding the same. You can't really... It's kind of hard to pick who is who nowadays in terms of music. It's kind of hard to pick who is who nowadays in terms of music. It all sounds the same. It's all talking about the same things, the same agenda. It's all the same. There was a time in music where all of the artists were not the same. You could actually tell the difference between a rapper and another rapper, a singer and another singer. All were talented vocally, but you can tell the difference. You could tell the difference. But nowadays, that's not really the case. And the people are becoming irritated about this. There's no patience anymore in terms of music. Like, you don't need to be patient if you've got TikTok. Now, if I want to, I can easily just go on YouTube Music and listen to an entire album. New album comes out, I can listen to it. A couple years ago, that wasn't the case. I had to actually pay money. You had Apple Music. You actually had to pay money for Apple Music. I remember I used to go for the shortcuts, I can't lie. I used to go on YouTube. YouTube as well is a big factor about this. Like, is it marketable anymore? Can you actually make money off of your talent like the way you once did? If anyone can just be a singer now, all you need is to find your niche audience that can vibe to you, and you're good. And you're good. And you're good. So yeah, anyway, I just wanted to come here, discuss about, this topic. It was something that was just on the back of my mind. But you guys can decide, right? So, is music increasing? You got AI, artificial intelligent artists that are being signed. Do you want to listen to that? They're being signed. That rawness, that talent, that vocal ability that you can sing. Do you think is actually catching the eyes of people like the way it once did? Oh my goodness, you can sing. You can sing. Wow. Is it really having that effect on people like the way it once did? That magic it once had? Or is it fading? Is it fading? Just look around. Is it fading? Or is it still the same? Or am I bugging? You let me know. More content is coming. And you lot stay legendary.